Welcome to the FaceTime with God podcast. I'm your host, Kay Farrar, and yes, you have tuned in to the right place because we're bringing Christ to the culture and the culture to Christ because the gospel's not for old times, it's for all times. So we've got relevant topics, real people, and we're starting right now. Someone else shared, I didn't choose my career. Who was it? That was Dr. Monroe, but my career chose me, or, my pathway chose me. And it's kind of like I had nothing, I didn't go. So, but for you, and just I think you said something kind of similar to that. Because, so I'm going to be also honest, you strike me as well educated, which you are.
You strike me as wasn't that great in school, but
you got your master's,
got through
so
it.
that's considered well educated. You strike me as affluent as well. Now I'm not. That might be like, whoa, excuse me.
No,
but you do.
No, you can say it.
That's what you strike. You strike me as somebody who didn't grow up on the other side of the railroad or whatever they say.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
true.
Is that true?
True.
And a lot of times people don't have to care. Unless they have to care, right? Unless they've been hurt in that regard, or they've seen someone in their family go through these tough situations. Yeah. And because of a great start doesn't mean you never had to go through any trials. But how did you get this passion? And you said it's like it found me type of thing.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, this is a question I've thought on many times too. Because when you can't point to trauma, then why do you care about other people's?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, can you not have any of your own trauma and care about somebody else's?
Yeah.
Can you care about potential trauma when you haven't had that same trauma experienced?
Yeah.
Or experienced that same. You can.
Yeah.
You can. And I also feel like you're obligated to.
Yeah.
I feel like you're obligated to. Yeah. And so it isn't like a choice for me that's made, but it did not come from a point of trauma. I can share about my family. My father and mother were both in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
My dad retired. My mom was in for, she's going to get me for not knowing how long, like 10, 12 years, something like that. And then my dad became a commercial pilot for Southwest Airlines.
Wow.
And
that's cool.
That's what took us to Texas.
Okay.
Where I was born. My older sister was born on a military base, and my younger sister then in Texas too. And then we moved to Virginia when I was 10, and he remained in the military. And my mom, remained a pilot, and then my mom was stay at home taking care of the 3 babies because he was gone 4 days out of every week doing his flying thing. But wonderful people.
Yeah.
Loved each other, loved us, nice to us.
Yeah.
Got on good.
Wow,
liked my sisters.
Good. That's not everybody's
had
story.
Support. Dad showed up for games.
Isn't that something?
Right? Like the things were all you check the boxes.
Yeah.
They were there.
A lot of times that's the perfect recipe for people who are not they're mean people, but they're like, I'm good and I don't know why you're not.
Yeah.
So I just think it's so beautiful that you do the Giving Wall.
Yeah.
And you're so passionate about it, and you're helping so many people, and you've, in a way, I feel like it's sort of a charity might not be the best word, but it's like a niche charity. Yeah. It's like a techno charity.
It's a cool. I'll explain it really quickly. There was a mentor of mine from some years ago when the Giving Wall first started, which was 6 years ago now.
Okay.
And she said to me, the Giving Wall is mercy, not justice. And I felt like it was really, and it was a powerful way to language the work, because there's the work of justice. We're trying to address systemic inequalities or issues or crises. And then there's the work of mercy, where the Giving Wall sits, which is right now someone needs a financial barrier removed. Yeah. Right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Like right now, this needs to happen. And the Giving Wall website makes that possible, because it is essentially what I wouldn't have given it this language at the time, because I didn't have this language at the time when it started, but it's like mutual aid online. So it is the financial need of a neighbor is posted by a nonprofit organization's caseworker, social worker, career advisor.
Oh, that's good to
family
know.
Advocate in the case of Henrico County Public Schools.
Good. I didn't
and
know
then
that.
a member of the community buys it. And that's how it goes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a situation I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
From Glenlee, maybe. It came up in our last meeting at the school I adopted, but it was a lady from another school. But the kids in that family, it seemed really.
This is how the counselors and the family advocates in the school system are the ones who identify.
That's good
and
to know.
Oftentimes the kids are coming to them saying, my mom is experiencing this, my grandma's experiencing this, my dad is experiencing this.
Didn't know that.
Can you help?
I didn't know
And then
that.
the counselor or the advocate is then thrown into a kind of trying to find places for this need to be resourced. In the instances, and this is the same, this is true for all our nonprofit partners, in the instances where the need cannot be met by any other organization as quickly as it is needed, they put it on the giving wall. So if there's another organization that can knock that out for somebody, like, please let them do it. They exist for that purpose.
Gotcha.
Let's not throw this to the community. Don't throw it to the community.
Yeah.
But if it can't be met as quickly as it's needed, and that's the tricky part, as quickly as it's needed.
Right.
Because often these things are right now.
I love that.
Then you can put it on the giving wall, and we do our best to get that need met through the community.
So are you familiar with those actors who are better served to help? In other words, now this is somewhat selfish, maybe. We're going out to do outreach tomorrow.
Okay.
And I don't know, but the thought came to me, what if I run into somebody who needs housing? I was going to talk to me about it.
Yeah.
What if I run into, you know what I mean? I can't help it. And so what do I do? I mean, and I know you guys can probably tell me, there's certain numbers that we can call and they'll be able to help them.
It's a phone call.
Okay.
That's right.
As well as the 988 non-emergency crisis line.
Okay, and they work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you call and it's like like nobody's answering. Like they really help the people.
Yeah, and it's a person. It's not a please press 3 if you would like to get to.
So, what are your thoughts about people who are out on the corners, in front of Walmart and things like that?
Yeah.
What is that about? Do they not know who to call? Are they? Got put out. I mean, I know it's hard to say, but like, why don't we have so much of that if we have these people?
I don't
who can help them?
No, I don't know why they're there, and I wouldn't ever speculate.
Yeah.
Because their experience is so individual.
Yeah.
And I would never even have deep empathy for them, and I am. As far as why they're there, I kind of in a system of issue. I can't speak to that from a place of eloquence and expertness either. What I can say is we're in the middle of an affordable housing crisis that is real, and people cannot afford to pay rent or to pay a mortgage, and in that instance, there is nowhere to go if you can't afford those things. So we've got nonprofits in this community.
In other words, there are
hard.
gaps.
Huge gaps.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
gaps.
what? I don't know why in my mind I'm like, what if I run into somebody
Yeah.
that I can't help? And it's like, nobody can help them.
I mean, a real, and in an instance like that, where I have been counseled by people who work in homeless services, which is not me, is that direct people toward the homeless service lines, direct people toward shelters, and, you know, fund those places. If you want to give money and support, get that money to those organizations that are supporting those who are unhoused.
Yeah. So let me ask you this from the funding perspective.
Sure.
Because if I were an elected official,
Yeah.
which you actually are,
In a scope, in an environmental scope,
which
but
you are,
not in a,
but when
not
I
in a,
say it,
not in a broad
I'm
sense.
thinking like
Yeah.
if I'm in the House or the Senate, I want to fund the giving wall. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Do you get state funding? Because if not, I feel like you should. Now, I don't know how all that works, but
I don't. We get funding. We don't. Okay, so
you probably don't want funding because you got people who take the angel off the tree in a sense for you people.
Funding for me is really tricky.
Okay.
The reason it's tricky is that I'm only going to take funding if I can support an exponential number of needs. Because otherwise, I'd direct that funding directly to the people. We don't. At the Giving Wall, this is part of the Giving Foundation. We make zero money. I don't make any money on this deal. This is a pro bono organization.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, but it's important to know because it's a pro bono organization, and I'm just doing it because to those who much is given, much is expected. I don't feel the same pressure other nonprofit organizations feel to get funding to pay for their building, to pay for their staff, to pay for health insurance and benefits, which are insanely high. Like I don't feel those pressures. So I don't have to advocate and go after funding as much as many.
Yeah.
It's just me. It's just me doing it with a lot of nonprofit
And I know, and I
partners.
remember you saying that. So
Yeah.
it's a one-person operation. But and I wasn't thinking about operational funding. Really what I was thinking about is funding to meet the needs. But really what you are saying is that your community is doing fine meeting the needs,
doing
and funding doesn't fit your model.
It does
really.
it does if there's a direct. So the Giving Wall, the main value proposition of the Giving Wall is that it is a technological tool. Mm-hmm. It is a platform in which people can post needs and on which people can purchase them. So the kind of back end of this, just to give you a really quick sense, every single nonprofit organization that's a member of the Giving Wall or partner with the Giving Wall, they have their own unique dashboard login. They post the needs on there. I don't. They are the experts of their clients, not me. So they do the writing, they do the posting, they do the sourcing. I have provided the platform, and it's my job to get the supporters. I know supporters. It's my job to get the supporters into conversation. That's right.
The supporters.
So sometimes I do need funding for Web 2.0, 3.0, right? Like the technology needs to be upskilled.
Upgrades and things like that.
Correct. And then in other cases, I have welcomed funding and directed it to an urgent need fund because sometimes there's a need on the Giving Wall and it's just at risk of not being met by a community member. Summertime is in particular hard. I think people are, all over the place, but I can then pull from that urgent need fund and meet that need.
Awesome. So really, if anything, to enlarge your borders, i.e. help more people, you just need to continue to grow your community.
That's right. And get more nonprofits who would like to kind of partner with us in that way. There's no obligation to them. There's no financial obligation to them. There's no, this is a really community-driven thing. And then more supporters coming and purchasing those needs is excellent too.
How does that work? So there's something on your wall. Mm-hmm. And let's say,
Backtrack. What is the Giving Wall?
Well, she just said what it was, but it may not be that clear. So that's a good point.
Ask me again.
So I think thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was just going to say, but we'll go back to that. So for the Giving Wall, let's walk through what it looks like. And what we'll do is we can put the website up and let people see, but I don't know how much they can see how it works because of how it's set up. But let's just say, all right, at my school that we've adopted a school, one of the families there has a crisis, and it is beyond the resources and the family advocate. We have a clothing pantry and blah, 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 but it's not a clothing need, and they have a little small food pantry, but it's a bigger need.
Yeah.
And so the family advocate takes that family's need and posts it to your Giving Wall.
That's right.
And it's like younger people, it's like some of the sites that used to be out kind of back in the day a little bit, in the sense of
people might know something comparable, like Donor Choose is for teachers. That's a website some folks know.
Okay, cool.
But it's really just a one-to-one. It's a platform where needs are posted, needs are purchased. That's it.
So posted. So we get the posted part. So my advocate at Chamberlain, one of my families has a need. Yeah. We go on. Not anybody off the street can go and post it, but the people who are registered on your list, the advocates for the local schools and other charities, are able to. They have their login, social workers and so forth. Yeah. They go in, they log the need in on the Giving Wall.
That's right.
Now explain the purchasing part.
Yeah, the purchasing part is always the hustle of social mediums. So we're only in two places. One is on Instagram, and the other is through an email newsletter. With a database that we kick these needs out to. And just through those two places and spaces, we do a really good job getting needs met very quickly.
Cool.
I would like it to be more frequent, more constant, more communication in more places. But I'm always at the limits of my own time. Since it is just me alone.
Because it's you.
Yeah.
Which,
but it does a really good
I'll be
job
honest,
right now. It does a good
I don't know
job.
that I like that much.
You don't.
I
You're not
like
feeling
it, but
okay. Well, tell me more.
No, I just feel like it's one person, and I almost just feel like this is a novel model for how to address serious needs in the community.
Yeah.
That could be so. I'm not saying it's not huge now, but I just feel like,
and it could be.
It could be so awesome.
Unfortunately, it could be because there's enough needs to meet.
I know, and that's the.
Yeah. I'd like it to not be in existence at all.
You can only do so much.
That's it.
But this model, I just think it's genius. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, thanks.
I think it's genius, and I think it can be helping so many people. And I don't know. I know she strikes me also like as a female Iron Man. Like, but I got this, and she'll just do it.
No. Well, it's entirely resonant.
Yeah.
Like, I know at some point we can become the barriers to our own progress.
Yeah.
You know, and when it comes to the giving wall, that is no doubt true. I mean, let's just kind of bring up an example from last week. I got a call from a nonprofit director in Mississippi who said, gosh, the giving wall would be really useful here. And I'm like, sure, let's turn it on. Wow. I mean, it's a website. It's a platform. Yeah, it can move into other communities. Yeah. It can be like, it is a very flexible thing. Yeah. And yet getting it to its fullest potential is we're getting more, like every year we do more. Every year it gets more, expresses more of its potential. But there's no doubt it can do more than it.
Would you say you're the matcher? You're the matchmaker.
Yeah,
in a way, between the needs that are registered and the people who.
I think so.
Them. Yeah, and that's why I was saying it's almost like an electric. Work with me, because in my mind sees it almost like a digital angel tree.
Sure, you could
with
language it like that
in a lot
of
ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A registered, angel tree where only the people that are registered can take it off. Yeah. And it's not. Yeah, so it's a bad analogy, but
it's great. No, it's not. It's a good analogy. Yeah. I mean, I think that's useful to help bring color and clarity to what it is. And what I'll say too is that the Giving Wall started 6 years ago. It started for two reasons. And it started from one thing. And I'll say the from one thing and then the two reasons. I was at the time hosting a speaker series called Mindful Mornings, which is now turned into Many Hands. And it began in the first Trump administration because, color me surprised. I was shocked. And I thought, oh, whoa, you've been really living in your own echo chamber, Becky. Okay, so who else has been there in their own? And how do we get them out of it? Yeah. And so Mindful Mornings was my answer. It was a free speaker series, first Friday of every month, and we would talk about morally obligated issues. And so at one, this fella came up who worked for the Office of Community Wealth Building, and he said, he led it at the time, and he said, there are all of these financial needs that can't be met as quickly as are needed. And organizations aren't equipped to meet these needs. They're trying to work on justice work. They're working on systemic issues. And we've got this mercy work, this crisis of a need right now that can't be met. So I took coffee with him a few weeks later, and I said, I have an idea. What if we just told people about them? Like, what if we just told them that they needed that thing met? I bet people don't know how to meet needs because the needs aren't known. Yeah. And so how do we make the needs known? And I was like, and I wonder if in that making things known, we can actually deconstruct and reconstruct unhelpful and positive narratives about one another, about what it looks like to live in crisis in the short term and the long term, intergenerationally or in this moment. Yeah. Because for me, as a white woman in the world, these things were, it was like a revelation after revelation, insight after insight. You know, if you're awake and you're paying attention, there's an ask to experience like a regular wave of shock about things you didn't know. So this was one of those moments. This is one of that like, wait moment. And from that conversation came the Giving Wall. And it was started by a bunch of VCU students, shoestring and bubble gum. Okay. Pulled it together. I mean, it was not like it was, I remember when it launched, I was flying home from a work trip in Switzerland and I was on the plane and and the thing kept breaking. Like the website would break and then it would be alive again and break and be alive again. But that's where it came from, and its purpose is twofold: meet the needs and change the stories. Meet the needs and change the stories. And I have got to tell you that after 6 years of consuming and absorbing these stories on a regular basis about what people are struggling with, it changes everything for you.
Wow. It's changing a lot for me, and I'm just learning about it. But I love your work. I'm serious.
Thanks.
I really love your work.
Thank you.
It's a lot I want to ask you, but okay. We're not doing too bad. I thought they were going to give me the "you're in trouble" sign, but it's like, you got 5 more minutes. I'm like, wow.
Plenty time.
We can roll.
Plenty time.
We can roll, but
I'll do what I always do. I'll just talk faster.
Oh, no.
I won't.
You do.
I won't, but I do talk fast.
A fast talking Texan
with no accent.
with no accent.
But I can turn it on if I need to.
Can you?
Oh yeah, we can also.
Let's play accents.
No,
Come on.
don't. No,
I bet I can
no.
the country. Well, Texas is probably not country.
It's not
but
a
I can
Texas.
do-
It's not a Southern Belle country. It's just like a little hint of twang, but it has to be inspired by the audience I'm around. Y'all all know this. Like if I'm around somebody, I need to put a little twang on for.
Really, you can swing away.
Yeah,
Twingalicious?
all day. But they're my inspiration.
gosh,
They're my
twang,
inspiration.
twang. I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it with the team after you leave because it's probably so embarrassing. But I do a backcountry accent.
Do you? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
we've
it's
all
a
got our
way-
little
way.
hidden
I'll do
tricks.
it for you when I show you my plants outside
thank
that
you.
won't impress you at
Thank
all.
you. They might. They will.
And then and we're gonna show her tinctures. We're gonna get some integrative health tips and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Or integrative nutrition tips.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I don't know. Inside me somewhere, I feel like I might need to be elected to something.
Well, if you feel the call,
So
take the exploration.
make you make the giving wall like a statewide something mandate or something. But I honestly have so enjoyed talking with you. I made it without crying, although it
Me too, which is
we're
kind of
really
cool. We're really doing things. We're being
what
real grown-ups here
what
today.
what makes you cry other than
Well, now I'm going
Please.
to cry
Oh,
probably
Lord.
because you asked it. When I got up there at the Henrico County Public Schools event and I talk about, and I'm not going to do it this time because I'm prepared. When I talk about the students having to advocate for their family members to counselors and family advocates, I lose it most every time.
wow.
Because I'm a mother.
Yeah. A lot changed in you when you started talking about your kids too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you realize that.
Well, that's why I'm the
You
fear.
just got like a beautiful smile on your face, and you softened a lot.
Which
you
is
didn't-
funny.
You
because
weren't doing your.
They
your-
are the inspiration for my fierce advocacy. I'm like and
no, but
everybody
just
else's
when you were
babies,
talking
too,
about
for
your
that matter.
kids, you just got the
They are sweet. I
motherly
do love them.
tone, so which is so awesome.
They're my inspiration at this
Cool.
point.
What can we do to help? Is there what do you need from the community?
I think just people knowing about the Giving Wall, just
Okay.
going to it, telling their friends about it.
Okay.
Like just talk about it. Go to coffee, mention it. I mean, the
Okay.
people who come and support us. I was talking to a fella 2 days ago. I was at this really awesome in unison event, and it was Innovation Lab, and this fellow locally is a founder and has been really successful, and he comes and supports. And what he'll do is he'll get his daughter and his wife, and they'll sit around the Giving Wall and they'll read stories. And his daughter's, I think,
wow.
8 or 9. And he's not the only one that does this. And they read stories, and then they determine who to support.
Wow.
So he gets to enroll his daughter in this conversation about what it is like to live, what it is like to be alive, and how do we support people. And then he goes into the world and he tells everybody about the Giving Wall and how he uses it and goes there and how he supports and what it makes him feel and why it matters. And I think more people coming, more people having those discussions,
Okay.
getting more people to the wall more regularly is really what would be very helpful for
Cool.
for
So
us.
we're gonna put.
Yeah.
And I know you don't have a card. But,
I don't have a card. I'm only
Okay.
playing grown up.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. But we will.
Also,
we will,
I can't have a card for everything I do. It looks ridiculous.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Neither can I carry
just told
5
on
cards
yourself.
in my back pocket.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
also looks
yeah,
ridiculous.
It
So
does. It
I
messes
just
up
don't
your
get-
jeans. It's like
I'm like,
she's
get
not a
my email.
vegetarian.
Yeah, get my
anymore.
email. Yeah.
But gotcha. Yeah, so we'll get the site from you and we'll share it. So
Thanks for asking,
one
too.
other question.
Yeah, go for it.
So the community groups are registered with you to post to the Giving Wall.
That's right.
But anybody can buy
That's
a
right.
need?
That's right. So our community partners right now are St. Joseph's Villa, Safe Harbor, Forward Foundation,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Peter Paul,
Okay.
Henrico County Public Schools through their Office of Family and Community Engagement.
Okay.
Did I say St. Joseph's Villa? I think I did. And Caritas.
And Caritas. Okay.
So, and Communities and Schools Chesterfield.
Okay.
So
cool.
those are our nonprofit partners right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. 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 All right. I'm out of words, honestly. I just want to go look at the Giving Wall and see. So it's so funny. I'm glad my team doesn't get mad at me because I promise all kinds. Well, this is our ministry. This is pretty much it. We got EJ. We're missing one person, so this is it
Cool. Yeah.
for us. And we're new, but I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to. So
Well, this does that too. I mean, giving very small or the smallest organizations. We got one person and no money.
Yeah.
Like giving folks like that a platform. It matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yeah.
It's difficult for us to get our word out. And in this time where social media has turned into whatever it is right now, it's really hard to get the word out about
we
the
can
good
help.
work
We
you're
can
doing.
help with that
So,
part.
Yeah.
I'm not promising text here, but I used to make commercials for people, and they were kind of really good commercials. And maybe we can. I don't know what we can do, but
This is all you need to
well,
do.
you got a marketing background too, so
I do,
I
but it's
don't- I
always
don't need to
easier
make
to
a
do
commercial
things for other
you.
people than it is for yourself.
But we will look at your Giving Wall,
Thanks.
and we will figure out how to be a part of helping meet
Thanks.
these needs, because I think it's so awesome what you have in place.
Thank you very much.
So thank you for coming to hang out with
Thanks
us
for
on your
having
your
me.
evening.
I know. I appreciate it a
Yeah.
lot. It's a real pleasure to be here and good to get to know you.
You are a really cool person.
Oh,
So
thanks.
I hope we get to hang out and do some
Me
other
too.
things and whatever, and you can show me how to grow my potatoes or
Any of those things.
my sweet
I got some
potatoes.
going right now. Yeah.
so. But cool. Thank you,
Good to
thank
meet
you.
Thanks for having me.
Yay!
Colossians 3:23 and 24. And whatever you do, do it with all your heart as unto the Lord and not unto men, knowing that it's of the Lord that you shall receive the reward of the inheritance, because you serve the Lord Christ.